right, Shalom. All right, we want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash. Give honor to the apostles, together with great millstone. Salutations to you walking that are teaching the truth and sincerity across the four corners of the earth. Legit Messianic Temple. And coming at you with edifying camp through the spirit of Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua. In this camp, we're going to go through really like an open forum and based off prophecies of the scriptures, which the Lord told us to do in these last days. And this is how we know that we're in the last days, because everything according to prophecy is happening.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10. It says, "And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See, thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy." All right, so the he said unto him, he told him what? Yeah, just to go back over, just in case you first time here. Hey, that was an angel that he had dropped before. So that goes to show that we don't worship angels either. We worship Yahweh. All right. It says that he has the testimony of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy. So us the spirit of Yahweh is what? A prophecy. See? Everything, when you speaking on Yahweh you speaking on prophecy. If you speaking on prophecy, you speaking on Yahweh. It's all one and the same.
Because it comes in the volume of the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
chapter 40, verse 7 goes to volume of the book, meaning what? Everything is speaking about Yahweh. Genesis chapter 49, verse 9, no, verse 10 goes into shallow return. The shallow return. The scepter should not be lawgiver from between the feet of Judah, concerning Yahweh being born out of the line of Judah. So, yeah, all these scriptures are really the spirit of Yahweh that she spoke about. Matthew 24, concerning the prophet, the precept. This is Matthew 11:6. It says, "Blessed is he whosoever should not be offended in me." So that's a lot of things. That's a big part of prophecy. People don't want to hear prophecy because really they're offended at Yahweh. We start to go into these prophecies, show that Esau can't be saved. Yo, 2/3 of our own people are going to be put down. If you don't stop eating shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster, you may know the name of Yahweh. If you're not doing the things that are pleasing in His sight, you still too will be destroyed. You see, that's offensive. The missiles. Though that's offensive to certain people. Everybody want to live in a certain life.
Yeah, everybody want to live. Everybody want to really live it up. Everybody wants to have that YOLO spirit.
That American spirit.
And being in this truth, knowing the truth, knowing the prophecies. Hey, what did the scripture say? Seeing that all of these things shall be dissolved. What manner of persons ought ye to be? These people want to be degenerates. Now you coming into the light of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. Now you're not being a degenerate because you know that, hey, it's time for me to be built. Because what? Destruction is coming. Destruction is at hand. But these people, they still here trying to build up in Babylon.
Right? The Lord hid the truth in their eyes. God says in Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9, the Lord fattened their hearts, blinded their eyes that they can't see. They have ears to hear because they're Israelites. But at the same time, the Lord covered up their ears so they won't hear the truth, so they won't perceive the truth. That's why Satan can easily take that spiritual seed, which is the word, away from the spirit, which is really in your heart, your mind. Because the Lord did choose you to get these words. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 31. Ye may all prophesy one by one, that all may learn and all may be comforted. So these are comforting mechanisms coming from the Heavenly Father through the scriptures concerning our history, all the way leading up to what's about to be in our future. But the Lord did say at a certain time, we should rise upon our feet and have the breath blew within us, according to Ezekiel chapter 37, the valley of dry bones. Really, we're in the valley of the shadow of death. But we also was no people at that time. For a certain time in captivity, then the Most High said He's going to blow the breath in us. As a matter of fact, get that. Matter of fact, I get Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. This was prophesied too, that the children of Israel would be raised up in the latter days. Ezekiel chapter 37, verse 1. The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out in the spirit of the Lord and set me down in the midst of the valley, which was full of bones, and caused me to pass by them round about. And behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry. So he's talking about people full of bones. He's talking about the people because at that time we had our heritage took away from us. So we was considered as a dry bones. It says, verse 3, he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. So why did the Lord say, Son of man, can these bones live? Well, it's talking about the breath now, because when we was in that dry bone state, which without the truth, then we wasn't living. She that is living in flesh is dead while she's living. Why? Because she don't have the breath in her. And she is really talking about Israel, whether it be Jake men or women of Israel. They don't got the breath of the Lord in them, and they're not living. So they consider it dead in the eyes of the Lord. Why? Because it's simple flesh. So once you come back in this truth, you repent, and the Lord breath in you. And you continue all the way until the end, or unto death, until the Lord comes back and deliver us in those chariots. It says, he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, power, thou knowest. Again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, prophesy. See? Again, he said, again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto me, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord power. Remember, Ezekiel was put in Babylonian captivity. Yeah, Ezekiel, he was in captivity, concerning the word of the Heavenly Father, and it was really concerning Israel. So these dry bones that Ezekiel got the vision from the Most High is talking about Israel, all the way up to these times. In that time, we was in captivity, but fast forward, we're still the Lord's people. It has never changed. This is the time, like I said, going after certain days, we should be without. It should be a falling away of Israel, and then the Lord's gonna bring that breath back. This is really linking up with that. It says again, he said unto me, prophesy upon these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord. Thus said the Lord power unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter in you, and ye shall live. The breath is talking about what Adam had got. In Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, he became a what? A living soul. When the Lord said Adam, he was sown in weakness, but then I was shot with the word we called Jesus Christ. He came upon the scene of the Spirit. That breath that was in Adam at that time, the same breath that was in Yahweh Shai, the breath of living, which is the word. This is Genesis 2 and 7. It says, and and the powers formed man from the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. So let's go into it. Lord
through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, that on that breath of life that was given unto understanding. Yeah, right? That's what gave man dominion over beast, that we got the understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Only the Israelites. Yeah, you see?
Yep. That Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 8, when he divided the nations out of Adam, Jacob is his portion, his inheritance. Who did he give the covenant to, which is the breath of life? Israel, which is us today. The Spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. We're the ones that fit the bill of the curse. We're the ones that fit the different characteristics of Israel. Israel is stubborn. Our people are stubborn. We tell them that they are children of the Lord. They say, no, all people are children of the Lord, which they're not.
This is going back into you was saying that Jake going into being offended in the truth. Jake basically being in the let me just read it. Then I explain. This is Romans chapter 11 verse 7. But then Israel have not obtained which you seek for, but the election have obtained. So Jake goes throughout the globe, and they're always looking and seeking for understanding. You know. Farrakhan, he ain't got it. He still seeking. He tell you, yo, he has no standard, no rules to measure to discern the time. So he's still searching. You go into Buddhism, they still searching. You go into Christianity, they still got a million questions. Only here in the truth do we have 100% truth, man. Only
it's clear.
Yeah, it's
There's
clear.
nothing added to it.
Yes, hey, none shall want its mate. See?
Yep.
Only through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because of the scriptures, man. Do we see we know the beginning, what's going on in this, and what's to come. All right? Because the Lord is revealing his secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. That's you was going into comfort. I knew it would come back to, because we comfort ourselves. With these prophecies have happened unto us, to our ancestors. We can look at slavery. We can look at the woes of the world in World War I, World War II. Though it may have been catastrophic to the individuals that went through those particular events, it's comforting unto us in these times, knowing that these particular prophecies are past. So now we're looking at the clock, we're looking at the measuring sticks, like we're almost at the end of this. So therefore we're comforted through us understanding that Abba Bivens. We understand who he is in the spirit. That's right, man.
Yep,
like we understand Esau putting his stars in him placing his nest amongst the stars. Thence where the Lord began to break him down. Hey, didn't he stated in Obadiah? A lot of that, a lot of Esau's international movements were quote in a roundabout way. It was spoken of in Obadiah. All of the backstabbing, all of the underhanded, conniving movements that these heathens would play against each other, it's sitting right there in Obadiah, man. You see, he's placed a wound under thee. These things all happen, man. But we're confident in the calamities to come. Why? Because we're judging it because we're judging it based off of the scriptures, man. You see, so we're confident with all of this hell that's coming to the earth. Gas gonna go up another $2 here soon. Yeah, with the rate it's going. We're confident in it. Yo, our pocket's gonna be hit. Hey, $2 more. Hey, you got $2 to spare? Matter of fact, I ain't got $2, but I got $1.50. Is that good enough? Yeah, that's good. And we gonna say it with a smile on our face, simply because we know, we're that much closer.
The Lord said we're gonna go through these times. The Lord said we should be a pilgrim on the earth. Right. But then it's gonna be more worse in the hour of temptation, which is part of prophecy. We're gonna have to go without everything because we can't trade in the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. Why? Because the Lord told us not to get the mark. Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. So this money that we got in our pockets is gonna be useless. What we gonna do at that time? We're gonna have what? Comforted scriptures keeping us stabilized in our minds and not be fretted like these other people are gonna be at that time. I'll finish it off. Isaiah 33 and 6.
It says, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Yeah, because these people are blind. The further time goes, the further we go along in this thing of prophecy, man, this thing called life, the more confused these people are gonna become. But for us, the clearer things gonna become. You see, the worse it gets, the clearer it becomes for us. So it's no fear because that's the difference between people being out here in this park in the daytime opposed to people being out here at night. In darkness and blindness, you don't know what lies out there. It's troubles afoot all around. But in light, I can discern, I can see. Let me avoid it. We're gonna know how to move, Lord willing. Isaiah 33 and 6.
Because it's ultimately about salvation.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's what we're heading for because we know the prayer about the straight gate, the narrow straight gate that we got to go through, fire on one side, deep water on the other, just to get to the kingdom of heaven, just to receive the wise. You know, that's what's on our mind. That's what's keeping us going. You want to finish off on that? All right. Ezekiel 37, verse 6, and I will lay sinews upon you, and will bring up flesh upon you, and cover you with skin, and put breath in you, and ye should live, and ye should know that I am the Lord. Yes, so the Lord is putting that coat of arms back on the chosen people of the Most High. Because we've been stripped naked of our holy arms, right? Which we're the children of Israel. But the Lord said in Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4, He said, I would discontinue you from your heritage. Meaning we were going to fall, it's going to be a falling away first. But now falling away is done with, and now we're being raised up in the latter days, being the chosen people. The Lord said Hosea chapter 1, verse 10, in the land, matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. This is how the scriptures been fulfilled by us calling ourselves the sons of God. This is Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there shall it be said unto them. So, yeah, we call different proverbs, we call niggas, call it sticks, tomahawks, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians, but we was really the children of Israel. And it says, Ye are not my people in the land, in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God. Then shall the children of Judah and the children of Israel be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. The great shall be the day of Jezreel. Jezreel. That's us. That's Israel. You know, the Lord, he's raising up, has raised up the tents of Judah first. Ever since, I was shocked. He's a Judite. He's the king, king of kings. He came out of the king line. He's the savior. And then you got the rest of Jacob. Our business on the line of Jesus. Because he goes back to John the Baptist, which is forefather. Well, no. It's like forefather. He's in place. Yeah. Yeah, John the Baptist. So I was just speaking on, the tents of Jesus being raised first. But the tents of Judah has been risen first, through the Spirit of the Lord to elect. But yeah, ain't it said, according to prophecies that in the place that we were not said that we are the sons of the living God, mentioned Proverbs, issues that we in. Now we're being called the sons of God. Ain't nobody else gonna call us sons of God. Why? Because the truth wasn't given to the other nation. Otherwise, we'll be put in our graves, like it said in Revelation chapter 11. But we wasn't put in our graves. They made sure that we didn't know who we were. Otherwise, our power would have came back and we would have triumphant over those that had us enslaved. It's through the prophecy. Do we? That's a part. That's really a part of that breath coming back unto us. Us being able to look at these prophecies and be able to pinpoint ourselves in. And what? Hey, Jay got the breath. Now Jake is being encouraged. Like, hey, I got a quick precept. Was you done? Yeah. This is Amos 3 and 7. It says, Surely Yahweh power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets. And the point that I wanted to go into was the secret. Because who did he start with? Who did he tell his secret to? Abba Ben. See? And what did Abba go do?
he went out and he told the word, man. You know, and came for a great man to talk our elders, the apostles and the elders, you know, our priest Ariah, you know, King Masha. And we do believe through the spirit that he's King David, but the Lord he revealed the secret unto him, man. You see? And the part of that secret is that we're the Israelites, as the brother was going into, but I'll bring this out to better expound. It says, this is John, 1 John chapter 3, verse 22. And whatsoever we ask, we receive of him, because we keep his commandments. You see? All the way back then, it was in that brother's heart to what? Keep the commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh. And through it, the Lord told him a secret. And he gave him the sight to what? See this future, man. Even though he's not here, the very sight that he gave high priest Abba Bivens, he gave to King Mashah, he gave to Apostle Tahar. We are able to see through those lenses. You see, we're able to comfort ourselves. Let me go back. But it says, point. And do the things that are pleasing in his sight. Through the Lord allowing us to know that, through these prophecies happening unto you, the Israelites. So us believing through faith that we're the Israelites, now we believe on what? The things that are pleasing in his sight. Do Christians do the things that are pleasing in the sight of the Most High to receive salvation? No, and so when they go into the scriptures, they can't tell you about the prophecy. They can't go into the breakdown of Revelation. They can't go into Daniel's breakdown. They can't tell you about the microchip. They can't tell you these things because the Lord didn't reveal the secrets unto them, because they're not doing the things pleased. That's what throws everything off in this in prophecy. Jake going on. Every time Jake go off in prophecy is what, man?
Well, it's already
But the Lord said what? He was gonna keep a remnant. And through that breath of life, through his remnant. Through that remnant. That's what I'm just going into. Now we can
like,
comfort ourselves.
Yeah, just like Elijah. King Ahab and Jezebel was going up against Elijah, and they had the armies turn up the prophet. And people just start giving in to him. But at the same time, the Lord told Elijah, he said, I have 7,000 men that have not bowed down their knees to Baal, which was a God that they worship instead of the Most High. So the same thing is in these times. But in these times, the Most High has a certain elect. He said, let the wicked be wicked still, let the unwicked be wicked still, and let the righteous be righteous. How we know we righteous? Well, through the word. Psalms 119, verse 9, it says, how should a man cleanse his own way? By the word. The word is going to cleanse you in the sight of the Lord.
No, that was it.
Malachi chapter 4, this is another prophecy. Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the coming of the great and dreadful day of the Lord. Like we just mentioned, Elder Abba Bivens. He been that prophet coming back. He was Elijah in reincarnation, because he was the only one that brought the truth to really Jake anyway. The truth came out of what? Harlem, New York. Then it spread it out throughout the four corners of the earth. These men that they taught, like it says in John 17, those that listen to the disciples of the Lord has listened to Yahweh Shai. Those that listen to the Lord, they listen to the Heavenly Father. That's how we cleansing our way.
Just to back it up, you got it's a lot that goes into this. Understand the reincarnation. That's what we understand reincarnation. Through what? Through that breath of life, through the understanding. And that's therefore what we can believe on these great men. You see?
Right.
We can be encouraged.
It ain't like a club or something. Like I said, the spirit bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High, because of what we've woken up to, how that epiphany of just desiring the truth, and then you run across things that really actually stick out to you, that you're concerned about. Of course, life, who's ruling over you and all that. What's the end time going to be? Like, all of that is summed up in one.
That's appreciate, because they would ask, why y'all believe it? Y'all understood.
Right. Oh, he was going against the Pharisees and Sadducees about him being the son of God and him coming to redeem Israel.
Mm-hmm.
They was going against him. Same thing is happening right now.
Matthew chapter 17, verse 12. But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not.
Oh, those Muslims. Even at that time, that I was shot speaking about, they were scoffing against John the Baptist. Eve got his head cut off. But even in these times, Jake, the Muslim that fought against him when he was teaching the truth, he died after that because he was in old age. But this scripture is very relevant.
It says, but have done unto him, I'll just read that. But I say unto you that Elijah is come already, and they knew him not, but have done unto him whatsoever they listed. So they did whatever they wanted to him. When this great man, y'all always saying, well, we would praise this man, we would praise this great guy. Well, these men are back today. Paul is back today, man. And what? It says, and have done unto him whatsoever they listed, likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. But Yahweh Shai, that's written in red. He called him Elias. Did he not? So that's clear evidence that these great men come back. And through faith do we believe on these men. It ain't nowhere in the scriptures that you're gonna find it like such and such and such and such, such and such and such and such. Unless the scriptures got certain instances as this, just to prove reincarnation, man. But it goes to show that this thing that we're in is a thing of faith, man. And this all leads through just the understanding of reincarnation. We better understand prophecy. You can't understand prophecies unless you understand reincarnation.
That's part of the mystery.
And that's a part of the secret. You see? What you got?
This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High and is occupied in the meditation thereof will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients and be occupied in prophecy. So that's clearly talking about the elect, because the elect was already preordained to find out the wisdom of the ancient and whatnot. Like it says in Job chapter 8. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that. It says, for I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search of their fathers. Like you said, prophecy is competent, according to First Corinthians 14:39. Then you have the secular history that matches up how these prophecies are going to actually come about. World War III, written about in Revelation chapter 11, verse 14, that was written over 1,000 years ago. How it came about through history, you can see that World War III is happening. All these nations have got all this power. Now, the main one that had the power the whole time was Esau. Now he want to just totally take over. Job chapter 20 goes into that. Goes into how he should try to fill his belly. So Joel chapter 3 goes into the times that we're in. It's all prophecy.
You think those major players that brought forth major judgments from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua in particular timepieces of the scriptures, those individuals are back now, man. Hey, everybody is coming for that last curtain call.
Right.
Everybody have to
it's coming. Those that had us in slavery, they coming back.
Hey, the one that pierced Yahweh Shai, the two soldiers that pierced Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai said, hey man, I'll see you again.
They all gonna taste the nuclear fire. Or the laser fire from the cherry. All gonna taste the fire.
And then I'll pass it back. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 13. But it says, go thou thy way till the end be. Right? For thou shalt rest. And what is their rest? It's to sleep with his fathers, to die, man. And stand in the light at the end of the day. So if you was a righteous man, if you was a prophet of he's coming back in that same spirit. Right? We understand that the Lord said that Elijah was gonna come again. John the Baptist was gonna come again and do what? Do his work again. He came and done his work, man. You see? So if we see that through
Right now, the
prophecy,
time is ticking.
yeah,
Like we literally on borrowed time.
we see that through prophecy.
Revelation chapter 7.
Come on,
All the elect are being sealed right now. We're
right?
being sealed through the Spirit. The Holy Spirit can seal us right now as the elect while we do His work. While we do the prophecy. Matthew chapter 24, verse 14 goes to when the gospel is preached throughout the four corners of the world, then should the end come. What it says in Revelation chapter 7. Matter of fact, let me get to that. Start from the top. Revelation chapter 7 goes into the angels sealing the elect. Then once the elect is sealed, that's it. All hell's gonna break.
Right? This is Revelation chapter 7. We start from the top. And after these things, I saw four angels standing on the four corners of the earth,
Four
holding
angels are the archangels.
holding the four winds of the earth, and the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree.
So what is that wind? The nuclear missile. You ever seen the video of atomic bomb tests that they got? You can see it on the web. You see the trees rocking back and forth, and you see that all that smoke and fire coming through the trees. That's how it's going to be. When the Lord allow those angels just let the rulers of the earth at that time, or in these times, to allow them to just automatically just go to war and shoot the missiles, then you know it's like, okay, the elect is about to be beamed up in those chariots. And the missiles about to fall and cause that lake of fire.
Yeah, and I know I was gonna go to it, but I just quoted. It says that the wind should not blow on the earth or nor on the sea nor on any tree. Jake. I remember hearing one Jake try to be so literal. So you mean his angels holding back missiles right now? No, you idiot. It's it's written in prophecy, so it's to be had, man.
Yeah,
It's going to happen.
Daniel chapter 11 goes into how Howard Shah and the Archangel Michael was working on the minds of the king at that time, the Persian king and other kings at that time. That was in the time of the Persians. So the Lord is doing it in these times. That's what it means about the angels holding back the four winds. They're working on the minds of these leaders to really haul off what they really want to do, yeah. Really go to war. Especially with all this new equipment that they got, this high advanced technology. You think they just have these missiles just posted up collecting dust? No, they want to use it. Yeah, they want to use it, especially over America.
Yeah, they ain't showing up. They ain't doing marches down on Moscow and marches down North Korea just to show off those missiles, just to be showing them.
But the angels are holding them back until what? The elect be sealed.
Right? And it says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. He cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and
what is that seal? That seal is what? The seal is the mark of the Most High that's spoken about in Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. The mark of exemption.
But I'm gonna finish this off. All right, it says, and I saw an angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried out with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them
How are they
that
sealing?
were sealed.
How are they sealing the chosen ones in their foreheads? It's through His word. Like I said, you get the word. The word is planted in you. The seed, the parable of what Yahweh Shah spoke about to the 12 disciples. The parable of the seed. So the word goes to your mind. The men of the Lord, they plant it, they water it, but the Lord gives the increase. So the angels, they seal you because now you feel grounded in the truth. Everything is like, okay, it's a single eye now towards the truth. So that's how you'll know that you'll be sealed. When you don't take that chip. You're living around that time. You don't take that chip. You don't, be swayed by any other doctrine or philosophy. You just single eye on the Lord. That's how you be sealed. Sealed from the angels. Instructions to do so. Oh, I got that word. Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. That's what we're doing. Every time that we post on this, you know, any media page platform, whether it's Odyssey, YouTube, we talking to Israel. We talking to Jake. That's what it means by go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. Why? Because uh, the name of the place is really the people first. It's not really the place itself. Because we're not in Israel no more. We've been put into different captivities, dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth. And we're not under our correct name to be called, which is Yasha. But the Lord, like I said, raised us back up. Psalm chapter 50, verse 16. You know, the Lord is reproving Esau and he sent us up in order. This is the order that the Lord wants because we're part of the troops or the army of the Most High, you know, being saints. And, you know, we prophesied to Jason. You know, tell you your tribe according to the tribe that you with, according to the heathenistic name that you have today, whether you're a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American Indian. It says, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So this is the mark right here.
Wisdom. We're the mouthpiece of the Alba Shah. So they go out, and we go out, we're speaking the wisdom that the Lord would like Jake to incline unto, that our people may be saved. Right? It says, wisdom crieth out, she uttered her voice in the street. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gate. In the city she uttered her words. Right? So that'll be like when you see us down in Atlanta, or you see brothers in St. Louis, you see brothers in Memphis, in certain areas, man. It's wisdom that's supposed to be coming out. With that wisdom, we give you brothers give you the understanding of the time and the times to come. Right? And you're supposed to be moved by it. Right? These are the words of the Heavenly Father. You know, He's showing love. Right? Because love is what? The keeping of the commandments. What do you keep? You're keeping His commandments that you may live. Right? So who would turn away wisdom if someone was trying to give you information as to how to go locate $1 million? Jacob drop everything to go do that, especially if it was promised to only him. You see, but our people don't do that. They disregard this. It says, "How long you simple ones will you love simplicity and scorners delight in their scorning who hate knowledge? Turn you at my reproof." So our people are supposed to turn back. But I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words. And that's what the Lord is doing. He's pouring out His spirit. He's making known His words that what? Our people will repent, right? And turn back. Turn back unto Him. All right? Because this destruction is coming to this place. Hey, you ain't gonna find no more. It won't. This is the destructions of all destructions. All right? It's the time it's Jacob's trouble. Matter of fact, I'll pull it real quick. Just bear with me 1 second. All right. It says, this is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. I want to see if I read that. All right. Yeah, 30 verse 7, Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. So think back on any civil war. Think back on World War I, World War II. Think back to the days of slavery. Think back to the Korean War. Think back to the Revolutionary War, the War of 1812. Whatever war you can, Yeah, like the wars of Carthage, the wars of Rome. You know, the besiege of Jerusalem. Think of these, man. Think of
It
these.
was where it says in scriptures, the wars are fought with sword, but this war should be fought with fire.
Mhm.
People battling with swords and horses. This battle should be
With fuels of fire, I pull it
fuels of
next.
fire. Yeah,
I pull it
fire.
next. All right, I'll finish this off. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. And that's the point. Yeah, we're dispersed throughout. Yeah, we're in these times. But
Bro,
Jacob is just
they shoot a missile, bro, in one place. His life is done. This is a time never happened before. Once people used to be in war. Okay, millions died the last war, right? 21 million. That's a lot of people living in war. So that was you think that was great? Nah, this time.
yeah. Hey, let me read it back. It says it is even the time which is. All right, so let me read back. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even, and when you look at even, when you look up the word even, it's basically a transliteration for which is. All right, so which is the time of Jacob's trouble. So this day there will never be like anything that has been seen under the face of the sun. It's That's the time of Jacob's trouble. But Jacob's trouble is a problem that the world has to go through because the world was created for our sake, man. So therefore, what? It's gonna be missiles dropping damn near everywhere, man, because Jake is everywhere. See? All right. I go now. I'll go back over. It says back over into. Let me make sure that was it. Yeah, that was it on that. Yeah. All right, that was it on that. Going back over into Proverbs, it says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. And that's what we're doing. Everybody can't go into the scriptures and be able to look up words, have the energy for. So the Lord, what? He has men that have his brothers in the history. He's in the herbs. He's into this. He's into that. What? The Lord used that brother's
Gifts.
yeah, those different gifts to what? To make the words known plainly.
Yeah,
make them plainly,
right?
right?
The talents. That's trade the talent in the marketplace. You're not just sitting on the talent.
Yeah, because the Lord ain't dealing with these guys sitting up in these seminary art schools. No, he ain't dealing with those. If your these pastors and these preachers, the Lord didn't say pay money and then I'm gonna deal with you.
Yeah, they come under that Catholic.
That Catholicism.
Which a lot of our people got killed behind that. Queen Isabella forced it on our people. Right? Started with the Northern Kingdom, then the Southern Kingdom. You seen the movie Goodbye Uncle Tom? And they was going in the church and they was drinking the wine and eating bread. They was, it was horrific, man. How they indoctrinated us.
It says, I will make I will make known my words unto you, because I have called and ye refuse. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and with none of my reproof. So imagine somebody constantly sticking their hand trying to save you, constantly throwing their rope trying to save you.
But Jake gotta know. Jake gotta have a reason to. Like you said, they don't know the Lord, fish form, but we know that the Lord fish form. Why? Because, like you said, in Second Ezra chapter 7, uh, both should go into the gates of the straight. Jake should suffer straight, and the elect should suffer straight. But it's gonna be two different rewards. You're gonna have a good reward for those that walk through the straits, but not the Heavenly Father and Son. And you're gonna have those that go through the straits and not recognize the Heavenly Father and Son. It's a bad reward, which the straits is really hard times. So Jake going through hard times. You know, Jake needed to be saved. Jake wanted to be saved by that, but it's like Jake ain't going to the right source. Jake going to Muslim. Jake going to Americanism, which Americanism is really in general everything. all type of other, doctrines and ways, but they walk through a straight and narrow gate.
Yeah. I'm gonna jump down, then I'm gonna jump back up. Just to build on your point. This is
Yeah, because it's like to add to it too. The reason why it's straight and narrow because we're trying to be righteous in the wicked kingdom. So that's the ultimate. That's why Paul said we're more than conquerors. We're going against what? Spiritual wickedness in high places. We're going against principalities. We're going against governments, which wickedness in high places. They in high places in the round table, determine our lifestyle and how we live, and the future's going to be. So us knowing this truth, it holds weight.
Right. I jump down. It says, for the turning of the simple, for turning away of the simple shall slay them. And how did they turn away the simple? It was too simple for you to just walk past the brothers in the park, or walk past them at the camp. It's
Well,
too
it's easy in your home. It's on YouTube.
yeah.
Put it up, TV, flat screen, and watch it on the flat screen.
Yeah, but look, the Lord called it turning away of the simple. It's easy being an Israelite at this point. It's easy for me not to have part. I have less ailment. It's easy for me to keep these. Let me get it. It says, "For the turning away of the simple shall slay them." It's easy for you to get this truth, man. It's easy for you to come in. That's the point. Yo, it's so easy that all the brother have to tell you, hey, if you on this sign, you will be saved. But it goes beyond that. If you want to be more than just saved, second string. If you want to go first round drafting, if you want your name written in the heavens, if you want your name to be remembered in the book of life, man, you see, yo, keep this word, man. Just don't hit it to an Israelite. Yo, if you a man, go out there and teach the word.
Because you're Israelite, whether you know it or not. You know, now you just being alerted to
mercy.
yeah. Now you just alerted to the purpose of what your life is really supposed to be like. You gotta create it, man. You think about it. This damn so-called white man ain't never called on God. Never. This man ain't never been like real sober mind to get a lowly to understand. And even going even further, the offsprings of those people that still live today on reservations and whatnot, of the tribe of Gad, Northern Kingdom, Native American Indians, Seminole Indian reservation. He didn't even apologize to them or even pay back double for what he did. And then not only that, bringing Jake from West Africa, going into these different islands like Haiti and Dominican Republic, bringing Jake up here to I think the first ship was in New York, Manhattan, first slave ship cargo. Jake was on it. He ain't even admit for that. He's just giving a nigga 9 to 5 or some type of welfare situation. But it's not true healing that the people deserve.
Hey, the prosperity of fools shall destroy them. Yeah, the very life, the prosperity, the fact that Esau obtained this world by the blessing of the sword and by blood, by innocent bloodshed.
But he was rejected.
You see what I'm saying? It's by innocent bloodshed. It says the prosperity of the fool shall destroy. Yeah, you join hand in hand with Esau. You turned away. It can't be that easy just to receive salvation for the Lord. Keep the commandments to the best of your ability. It can't be that easy. Nah, so what? You turned it away and you was prosperous and continuing to eat pork, trying to build up your 401k. You was prosperous and what? Fueling Babylon, man. Continue in this place, man. Keeping this place alive. So it says, the prosperity of the fool shall destroy them, but whosoever hearken unto me shall dwell safely and shall be quiet from fear of evil. Yeah, because in that day when it is no food out here, it's already an artificial famine here. All you got to do is look at Venezuela, look at Brazil. You see an artificial famine.
When the truck stops.
Yeah, but look what's going on now. What was it that Russia brings in? What? No, that was the Ukraine that brings in
certain amount of wheat.
A certain amount of wheat to 20% of the world's wheat. And Russia has they basically have a stronghold on oil. And all of this is gonna affect you Americans, man. Now egg prices have went up, milk prices is going up, gas prices is going up. And brothers is cool right now. What more when there's no food out here? These shelves are already halfway empty.
Right. Supposed to have. Well,
they used to have 3 days worth of food in it. Now it's a day and a half worth, man. Because all it takes is a early morning wave shift for Jakes, and we seen it during the pandemic. Yo, those first from when they open up at 6, from 6 till you get there by 8:30, you finish, man. There ain't no food in there no more. The Jake done went through. So it ain't even a day's worth of food in these places, man. The Lord said we're gonna be quiet in that day. Because these people are gonna be out here crying, screaming in fear.
But the Lord said weeping the national teeth.
Yeah, well, we're gonna dwell safely, man. And how shall we dwell safely? By Isaiah 33:6, knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of thy time and the strength of thy salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure, man.
If that's gonna be a treasure in us in that day, then how much more, the belief of the Lord doing?
Yeah.
Because he's gonna do it in that day. It's like, oh man,
right?
All we gotta do is just simply believe.
But whoso hearkeneth unto me shall dwell safely. So, hey, how do you hearken unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua? Is what we went into earlier. Doing the things that's pleasing to him. What happens when you do the things that's pleasing unto Yahweh Shem Yahushua? He reveals his secrets unto you. What happens when you know the secrets of Yahweh Shem Yahushua? You're comforted. You don't move in fear no more. We wasn't moved in fear to go get the vaccine when they was taking. Now look, now the vaccination is over with. It's not even required. But how many people lost their jobs because they refused?
They lost their jobs.
How many people took it in fear of losing their job?
Well, the NFL player, I forgot his name. He snuck a chick into his he snuck a chick inside some type of
in the bubble.
Right, and he lost his damn job.
Yeah, lost his job, man.
It was like COVID-19.
Yeah, it's super
serious. Up on the camp, and we came. He ain't on the list. We were supposed to be on.
Yeah.
He lost his way of living.
Yeah, now look at it. Now it's gone.
How many Jakes went in jail because of weed?
Yeah, but now he's making it legal.
$1 billion industry.
Hey, he's wicked, man.
Yeah, he saw the wicked, man. He's truly wicked.
Bring out what you had.
This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals should be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. Like we just mentioned, the store only holding what? Not even 3 days worth of food.
Yeah, day and a half, man.
But the people wasn't thinking about that in 2019. No. He was going careless. Well, they were being careless.
Yeah, you see that, man, they were throwing food off the balcony.
Right, all these restaurants throwing food away. People recording it and saying, "Oh man, y'all can get this to the homeless or a shelter or something." But American restaurants don't throw over tons of food, man.
Trillions of food that could actually food that lasts for years.
And people thought they was in good case. Yeah, everybody in the land thinks they was in good case because of such things that happen.
But through the Spirit, that's going to come again
from the government.
That's coming again because now, going into prophecies, you got Sleepy Joe. He's investing in cryptocurrency, a United States cryptocurrency. So what? All of this money, throwing money in the club, that's going to become obsolete.
Right, you're gonna have to wave your wrist.
Yeah, and really, you're gonna have to have a holographic wristband to show your bank account.
Right.
This is going. Hey, that's the only way Jake gonna be able to shine on.
Yep. What like the cat said no more fishing for my fish. Run your computer chip. Run the hand scan. Run my hand over with the computer chip or something. Yeah.
But it was dealing with the bark of the beast. Yeah, but Jake knows.
That was in the 90s.
and this says what Victor shall be
We were
so
way
goodly
close.
cheap.
Yeah, so goodly cheap. Yep.
So what? When Esau collapsed the economy, he goes to a new currency. What then, man? He's gonna say, "Yo, all in favor of the MOTB, stand over here, and you know what? We'll give you a $20,000 tax credit. He's gonna tax you. You ain't getting it for free.
Right.
But Jay
He
get
gonna
that
do
20,000
something.
up
Yeah.
front.
Right.
Shit, man, Jay finna
It's
take
like
it.
the PPP loan, but he's
Yeah.
gonna make it even more easy.
Yeah, he's gonna make it more attractive. He's gonna make it damn near I can't miss
And
you.
it's gonna be torment day and night too, like it says to Revelation chapter 14. Whoever takes that chip, to, it didn't say chip, but mark of the beast, to be torment day and night. If you at a certain health level and you gotta eat certain things, it's gonna have it to where like if you try to go to a certain restaurant, you can't eat there because on your medical document that's on the chip, it doesn't require you to eat such things. They can deny you service because of your health background. That's gonna be on your chip. Like, so that could torment some people. Like, hold on, it's my health. I can eat better than anything, right? But it's like people gonna be straining out here.
No,
Now
because
they making everything out about this incest.
yeah, it's basically Esau
They're gonna make everybody
he gonna Esau gonna give you your dime. He gonna restrict. He gonna turn off the taste buds. Like, yo, I wanted to eat that. It's like, nah, nigga, you ain't doing that. Zap, hit a button. Why? Because I need you to keep living for another. It says you got 5 years based off your
Right.
by your biometric. Yo, I'm finna get my 5 years out of you.
Right.
Now you can't drink no more. You could have drunk yourself to
Right,
death. You
right,
know, you could
right.
have without
They
your
having
way.
problems with they can't
Yeah,
drink because they said, well, you have a precondition on your kidney.
yeah.
We don't, you good to drink, but we don't want you to drink.
Hey, to think it's don't think it to be far fetched because they actually have these type of things. Hey, look at your
Yeah,
job.
creative.
You can't smoke. You can't smoke. Esau keeping certain jobs you can't get if you pop dirt. You see, you can't get certain benefits from Esau here
Right,
if you
yeah.
dirt. So
Even
he
apartment
monitoring your
card,
P
yep.
now. What more will he get that chip in?
Oh,
You
man.
finished, boy.
Yep.
You think he don't like niggas now? Yo, and he done tried to do every external like use every like invisible hand to try to critique Jake to be the best slave for him. Yo,
He's definitely gonna do it now.
yeah, he definitely gonna
Minority
do it now.
Report.
Yeah,
Before it happens, all these crimes, bro. Before it happens, Esau gonna read your thoughts. It says they put in your forehead or even in your hand. Esau is gonna read your thoughts.
I go to it.
And as soon as you had over your thoughts, Jake, he gonna come in after. He gonna come in after you because he wants. Okay, and even then shall evils grow upon earth. Like we just mentioned one of the evils. Yep. Sword, famine, and great confusion.
Yeah, and and it's still with all of this low price food, things in the earth are still getting worse, man. You see, you think things are not gonna get worse when he collapsed this dollar officially. And he goes into his cryptocurrency. He pushed that MOTB. Do you not think that's gonna be free that bad?
It says that they will behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Hell, that made me think of America, 1930. Scratch that. 1942 is the year. Hey, that's golden age of America. You know, they just
20s.
hey they had the roaring 20s, but with folks, the reason they don't necessarily say that's the peak because it came the Great Depression happened in 1929. You see,
Right.
and so
And
what
then
they had to
war
go into a war. They had to go into a war to bring themselves out of there. And that first World War One happened in the 30s. So them coming out of there, it takes about 5 or 6 years to really see the effects of after war. So they was really getting the ball back rolling around the 1940s. So 1942 is in full swing again now. See, That's a whole what 12, 10 years, but 12, 13 years
Yeah,
removed
Second
from
War
what?
ended in what 1945. First War was what 1990.
Yeah, but everything started booming for America in the 40s in the midst of that war.
Yep. Then the 50s, baby boomers
Yeah, oh man.
came
So
around.
you
Then they had the community set up,
yeah,
the housing set up.
because to be honest, World War II, after the victory of World War One, America was in a level of pride, man. They knew they wasn't gonna lose World War II when they stepped into it, man. They already
No,
knew.
no.
They already
World
knew.
War One, 1914.
1914. So World War II.
1918.
World War II was what? What?
They had to be World War Two. Had to be 1939 and 1945 September.
Yeah. So things was really getting in the swing. It's a lot. So I misspoke slightly, but things was really getting in the swing of things for the 40s, for 45, for them to end. They already had their plans to
Yeah, because
pull up out of there 3 years prior.
before America, America really didn't go in, you know, until later.
Yeah.
You know, because
They
America
came in
they
at
was
the very
building
end.
up. Yeah, they was building up the economy. You know, they had the movie scene going on, Hollywood, and different things like the universities, railroad thing
Oh,
was booming around that time. And
America was booming
yeah,
because
in
hey,
the
yo,
30s
they
they
staged
had the
Pearl
liquor.
Harbor.
Yep.
They staged Pearl Harbor, and what was the big thing going on back then? Holly, as the brother was going into the Hollywood cinema. I grew up around old heads, man, like my grandparents, raised by. Like, yo, the 50s, the 40s, and the 50s was the height of America. The 60s were the beginning of the downfall of it. But now read that back one more time.
It says, Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good, cheap upon earth, that they should think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon
Yeah.
earth.
So in the 1920s, hey, hey, things were still cheap for Jake. Things were cheap for Esau. The 20s, the 30s, the 50s, and the 60s. 1968, they went to the moon. That's when the Lord began to really throw Esau down through what the hippie movement, the movements of the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, through the feminist movement, through
Dollar is
the gold standard
behind the dollar. Yep, 1971.
So it was a lot of things that happened after that. But the Lord said, even then shall evils grow upon the earth. You see?
And it has.
And it has. Look
Man.
how horrible America is now.
Yeah, American infrastructure is so up to the floor up. Then on these local news, every day is a killing.
Yeah.
Every day, whether through road rage, whether through some inside thing like with a family member or just some random act of people murdering each other, killing each other. Like that's happening every day. Every day you get a news feed. I think 40 minutes ago, somebody was found in the back of a house, laid out, unconscious, now they dead. Mother, father kill each other, or father killed daughter, suicide. Like all of these things are happening, man. It is getting worse in the earth.
Yeah, and it says, and evil shall grow, right?
Yep, evil is growing.
And it says, now, what was that? And it says, evil shall grow. Now,
No, it says, yep, shall evils. It says, and even then shall evils grow
so
upon earth.
even when you think shit is getting better, it's really getting worse.
It's really getting worse, yeah.
Yeah, so people really
With the
think stuff
technology
getting
and all
better.
that, yeah.
It's getting worse.
That's how the beast is going to
Yeah, and that's
with
and
his
that's,
image.
that the
They should
spirit
wonder
got to
after.
it.
They should wonder after.
Mhm. Because the world's gonna be to a degree, it's gonna be at a standstill, and Esau's gonna drop something. It's like gonna have the people's like, yeah, he saved us. No, and
Yeah,
people are gonna follow him, man.
That's what he's doing with this whole system. He's changing the whole system.
Yep. But what? Even then, evils grew, things got worse. So, was that in on that? Because I'm gonna bring this up. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So Revelations, because it's dealing with the cheap victims, and it said even then, hey, evils are gonna be growing. Revelations 13 and 16. It says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. So let's go through that. Small and great. From LeBron James down to me, rich and poor, from Donald Trump down to me, right? Free and bond from your locked up prisoner.
The elite, they ain't gonna have to get no chip. But
Yeah,
if they want to, they can. You know, they gonna get it anyway because they
but he speaking.
he don't have to use no money. He don't have to pay for that.
But
Ain't no
anybody
reason for
that
them to have it.
nah, but it's basically the Lord saying from it says small and great, and that's going into many, both small and great. Hey, LeBron gonna have to. Remember when he said that he wasn't gonna play in an empty stand? He played.
Right.
He said he wasn't gonna get. Hey, he got bats. You see, all of these things that these people said that they wouldn't do, they're going to do, man.
Right? He calls it all.
All.
The scriptures doesn't lie. That's part of the prophecy. It's gonna happen to you.
It says free and bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So you're gonna have to have some form of identification linking you to this system, linking you to Esau. You ultimately turning your back on Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, and you selling your soul to Esau.
He's dependent on the Lord. Now the Lord knows that he has a captivity. The Lord said in the curse, you should go to the one of all things. For the one of all things, you should go to your enemies. Like it says in the curses in Deuteronomy chapter 28. But now the Lord is saying, look, they go from these mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. What's the burden of man? How we gonna eat every day? How we gonna survive? The prayer the Lord taught us, all of those things to take care of. Don't think like the Gentiles would eat and lay and stay, seek the kingdom of heaven first. So that's what mindset we in. So when those times happen, we already gonna be in the mindset, okay, all right, this is the time where the Lord said we're gonna have to suffer for it. The hour of temptation. That's that time where we're really gonna be proved that we are the hope. And that time we gonna shine because it came true.
Yeah.
Okay, I missed the meal for 3 days, 4 days.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm all right, but the true meal that I got, like Yahweh told the disciples, the meat that he had that they know not of, is desire, and that meat is what the scriptures.
Right.
Because that word meat goes into desire.
The Lord gonna always defend us, man. Yeah. I'll bring this out. This is Romans chapter 13, verse 1. All right. Because the brother was going into, the Lord know we in captivity. The prophets are gonna be faced with the same they're gonna be faced with the same situation. The difference is they ain't gonna fold, man. All right. This is wrong. Why?
Because the Lord is keeping us up.
Hey, but
What started
it though?
Be a standard.
Hey, the standard, but the knowledge, the wisdom, that breath that the Lord gave.
Breath. Yes.
See? Yes. Understand. It says, knowledge, wisdom shall be the stability of thy time. And the fear of the Lord, and strength of thy salvation. Knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge and wisdom. And the strength, that's gonna be the strength of your salvation. The knowledge of what? Strength. All right? The understanding of what? Guys had to go into the woods. No, Judas had to go into the woods.
All of them.
Yeah. At some point. You see? Oh, this brother got doing the lines then. You got doing the lines then, but he had another prophet bring him food. Right. Habakkuk brought him food.
What? Then you got Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That was a Babylonian name. They were thrown in the furnace of the fire. And they didn't get burned. They didn't even have a smell of smoke on them.
And what? And what the brother going into? The trust of Yahweh Shah. Let me get it, man. Romans 3:13-1. Let every soul be subject unto the high power. So yeah, we in captivity. Right. Yeah, we understand.
Go to the one of all things. Yeah. Like we got certain links to us that automatically change us in this society. Social security card. You can't get a job or a place or get a car without a social security card. Birth certificate.
Like, gotta have a license.
Gotta have a license. That's point blank. If you don't got that, you ain't really.
You're
really out.
Yeah, you outdated because they ain't even taking no state ID and identification cards no more. Right. You can barely even go get those.
I think you're supposed to get it changed every 5 years.
Yeah,
now in like 8 years.
They basically treat that as like, bro, Like that's like going in the store. It's like, hey man, y'all got such and such. Y'all got some A tracks. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
what
You
the
got
hell? A track. Yeah, it's
tapes,
like
right?
cassette tapes. Like,
Or
no,
even the
bro.
MP3 player.
Yeah, it's like, hey, y'all got some iPod shuffles back there. Right, bro. What the hell is take over, man? You see? All right, let me bring it says, let every soul be subject unto the higher power. For there is no power but of Yahweh Shem Shai. So we understood that when Esau put out that decree that everybody has to take the vaccination or you're gonna be forced to lose your job. We understood, yo, this is decree, this is ultimately a decree from the Lord on the left hand side through Satan. You see? That's Satan being that's Satan push.
Now it's time to cut off from getting nourished by the serpent, like it says in Revelation chapter 12. Because the Lord said we should go before the serpent, we should be fed, we should be nourished. So the system that Israel is really using, in order to get nurtured, is going to be cut off at that time. Remember the vintage should fail. You get that scripture. The vintage should fail. The assistance from the government, even having a job or a career, all of that, you're going to have to cut off. When the Lord allowed Esau, the so-called white man, to change up the system into the beast system. That's when the knowledge of divinity should be, the wisdom. Isaiah 33 verse 6 is going to kick in real hard. Because like it says in, he said, then should it be known who my chosen. We about to be delivered, bro. We about to see America burnt up. We about to see the world from the heavens, man, the chariots, when the Lord comes back again, and be changed into a new body. All right?
It says, rise up, ye women, Isaiah 32, verse 9 upon verse 10. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice.
And that's not only talking about women, but also you jigs,
right? It says, hear you careless daughters, give ear to my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come.
Now it's gonna happen with us first, but even then, when Jake chipped, because when that alarm sounds off about war in America, nuclear missiles about to hit America, you ain't gonna have no place to eat and whatnot. Even when they about to head up to shooting the missiles before then, you're gonna have martial law, the time of Jacob trouble. It's gonna be it's not gonna be the cool of the day no more. It's gonna be the heat of the day.
You gotta like brothers going into a camp, they gotta understand what time it is, man. What day Jacob trouble's gonna be. It's gonna be a day of faceless, man.
Yeah, the Lord set up before the great judgment, great and dreadful day of the Lord.
I'll finish this off. This is back over in Romans 13 and 1. Let every soul be subject unto the higher power. But there is no power but of Yahweh Shem Shai. So we understand it. Our Esau power is given to him on high. Yahweh Shem Shai gave it to him. So we understand there's certain decrees that Esau put out here that we must follow. We ain't putting the sodomite to death, man. We ain't putting an adultery to death.
Things are lawful but not expedient.
Yeah, it's not expedient. The water, all things lawful but not expedient. So we understand Esau got power over us, but what did it say? Finishing off, it says the powers that be are ordained of Yahweh Shem Shai. So the powers that be are set up by Yahweh Shem Shai. Let's continue. Whosoever therefore resists the power resists the ordinance of Yahweh Shem Shai. So if you resist Esau, you're resisting the Lord. But we also know that it's certain resistance that we must show towards Esau in favor to be in favor of Yahweh Shem Shai. And one of those resistance that we'll show of Esau is not relying on taking that vaccination, taking the MOTB to eat and live, man. You see, our forefathers showed that they relied on Yahweh Shem Shai. They trusted in him.
Get that in Sirach chapter 1. This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 22. For the Lord is our judge, and the Lord is our lawgiver. The Lord is our king, and he will save us. So, like many other acts in secular history, which is really according to the history of the scripture, our people don't went through hell and back, but the Most High, He always delivered our forefathers out of it. Just like in the two wars, some of our family members probably went over there to fight in order to feed their own families. But at the same time, the Lord kept them away from being killed. Like I said, I think it's Revelation chapter 9. What you want me to Sirach chapter 1 about the memorial of our forefathers believing in the Lord and not being forsaken. I think it's verse 10.
No, it's 10. That's 2 and 10. All right, this is Sirach chapter 2, verse 10. Yeah, it says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his spirit and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
And Lord, he didn't despise Yahweh Shai when he got persecuted by the Pharisees and Sadducees and brought before Pontius Pilate, the Roman government. Right? He didn't forsake the Lord. The Lord, he had to go through that trial and tribulation at that time. Through that sacrifice that Yahweh Shai made, because he could have easily been, talking to Pontius Pilate like, yeah, man, I took that thing, man, I ain't doing nothing. Right. But he didn't say nothing. That's right. The Lord didn't say nothing. So the Lord, he went through that hell and sacrifice so we can ultimately have the kingdom of heaven. He really wiped away all our sins. Started from Adam and Eve because the Lord put the sentence of death on us. That's why we died. It's different, similar to of us being put to death, whether it be by gun, whether it be by disease, whether it just be by anything. You know what I mean? Lord, our shot came from the scene and took all that away. So the sacrifice that the Lord made, it wasn't in vain. He wasn't forsaken because it was a greater purpose than just Lord living old, which he could have lived old and died, like Jacob, but Lord didn't want to. That wasn't his will. And then to the ministry part, which the Lord has already given over to sacrifice to, that was really the ministry coming to life anyway, or the ministry really proving that it was not in vain. Because the Lord said he told the disciples that he would have to die soon.
You can bring it to it.
No, I'm gonna
Oh, okay. Finishing up. It says, start back at 10 to continue. All right. For the Lord is full of compassion, mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sin, and saveth in time of affliction.
Yep. Hebrews chapter 10 goes into Yahweh Shai being the high priest and only sacrificing one time. He sacrificed his own self. That's how deep the Lord rooted into the doctrine, which is really our inheritance. He knew that the Lord exists. He knew that, which at that time in the Roman Empire, Israel knew that they were Israel. But Israel was still blind to the fact of how Yahweh Shai came and how he, delivered the word of the Heavenly Father to Israel. Israel was going based off the laws. It wasn't going off of certain prophecies, concerning Yahweh Shai, which they knew that Shiloh would return, but they didn't think that the Lord at that time was the Lord and Savior. But he was. He still is to this day because he's living.
It says, and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins, and saveth in time of affliction. And that's what we're going into. Prophecies, man. This is what the Lord is gonna bring everything. Let me read that. Full of compassion, mercy, long suffering, and very pitiful. All right? Because the scriptures tell you that certain Jakes allow their sins to weigh them down. And that'll keep certain Jakes, the Lord might not want me. Hey, man, scratch that. It says the Lord is long suffering and very pitiful and forgiving sins, especially even for you brothers that may go off in the truth, man. It says he's very pitiful and forgiving sin, long suffering.
Right, because we rehearsing the righteous
Yeah,
acts.
we rehearsing the righteous
We
acts,
calling
man.
it back to the mind, mortifying that old man. So once we get into the hour of temptation, now it's like, okay, it's time. The time don't stop. The Lord said the elect will be sealed. So it's like no matter what, a righteous man falls 7 times, but get back up. 7 means completion.
Yeah. And it says, read up at verse 10. That's why verse 11 is there. Look at the generations of old and did see who trusted in the Most High and was forsaken.
Yeah, look at Jonah.
Hey, King David committed murder and he committed adultery. 2 sins worthy of death. What do we pray for? Mercy for David.
He kept going.
Yeah, he kept going.
His sons traded on him.
Hey, what did he say though? Yo, I'll fall into the hands of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. With him is mercy. With Jake, with men, shit, I ain't gonna find him.
Yeah, Rick Ross even said, God forgive, but I don't.
Because he know he a carnal man. He's off, man.
Right.
He
ain't got nothing.
See, King David knew.
Yeah, King David knew. Like, the Lord was his source.
Yeah, you can't get too low on this thing. Hey, you better pick your head up. Yeah. Yeah. I continue. It says, see, look, and it goes into it. Woe be to fearful hearts.
Woe be to, I mean, to destroy. Like,
is he going to protect you, man? Did I feed you yesterday?
Right.
The hell is you talking about, man?
Yeah.
Didn't that tank just slide by that car, wipe a whole family out, and I saved your man? Right. Yeah. And you fearful today? Hey, man, somebody follow this dude, this faithless bastard, man. That's how the Lord gonna do you. No, man.
Yeah,
you better remember.
And being faithless, woe to him that is fearful heart. Meaning you fearful when you are being conformed to this world.
Yeah.
Like your camping DC, but your job is telling you can make more money in Texas.
Yeah. Now you up to going to Texas to try to get some
so
get
now
your paper.
You're leave camp in order to
go get some more money.
Go get some more money. That's being in that fearful state.
Yeah. Hey.
Now he ain't been content to what the Lord gave.
Yeah. Hey, the Lord did it to certain brothers get up and move from one state to the next. I've certain
situations are exceptions, but the main point is don't lose your focus.
Yeah. Stay, man. Stay. That's what I'm saying. Brothers will get up, move from one state, and brothers don't move back. They don't go backwards. They stay where the Lord just posted. This is where your calling is at. That's not everything was going back better back home. Hey, the Lord brought you out here to catch hay. The Lord brought you amongst those brothers to catch hay because that's a part of Jake. They can blame the brothers for them catching hay, man. You see, that's off, man. You can't blame your how about Shimmy Abishai for you catching hay. Hey, that was coming regardless.
Yeah, that's part of the prophecy. The Lord said, 2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 14. My family get that.
Yeah, I'll finish off. It says, woe be to fearful hearts. And hey, what is heart? Back to the Hebrew. Bob, which means your mind. So a fearful mind, all right, and faint hands. I don't want to go out. Hey, Esau they've been calling us cults and been calling us terrorists, whatever they may want to call you. Now you don't want to go out to camp, right? It says, in the sinner that goeth 2 ways, woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not. Therefore shall he not be defended. So you can't be faint-hearted in this thing. Man. You got to know that the Lord is filling. Remember these prophecies. The better you understand the prophecy, and you know what's to come, even in the midst of Jake, at the height of Jacob's trouble, certain prophecies Jake's still gonna be looking forward to. Because now what? In the midst of it, we're looking for that standard to be lifted up. You see? So what you got to faint? You have a faintful mind for? You see? A fearful mind. It says, I'll finish off and pass it to you, Salah. It says, therefore shall he not be defeated. All right?
Yeah, he gonna be defeated.
Good.
2 Ezra chapter 7, verse 14. And then they that labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. What is laid up for us? The kingdom of heaven. We're going to reign in the earth. The Lord said we're going to catch fame in the land where we caught shame. The whole world is looking at the nation of Israel in a shameful way. because of the curses that the Most High put on us. But the Lord is lifting those curses. We're going to be praising it. We're going to grab onto our garments and say we heard that the Lord is wicked. They go kiss the ground with the hands of Pope, Francis.
Yeah.
Wicked ass.
Yeah, he stick his hand out. You just try to kiss him.
What's gonna be here? Nah, they gonna praise us though.
Yeah,
they gonna praise us. True gods of the earth, under the God, which is the Heavenly Father. Outside's gonna reign king in the earth, and then under him is King David, 12 disciples, 144,000. That's gonna be the governing body of the earth. It ain't gonna be no more America. It ain't gonna be no more NATO, UN, EU, no G12 summit, none of that. Yeah, it's gonna be so-called Negroes and Latinos and so-called Native American Indians ruler in the earth. So with that, we want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Kakadash, formerly elect, so